Hello, everyone, and welcome. And I hope you brought your rain gear with you as we are in for a wet one. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the Miami Hurricane offense will take the field to get things started. And here comes this quarterback. This entire offense is built around him. He is the engine of the entire team.
I mean, he's the leader. He's the alpha. Everybody looks towards him. He's been doing it all year long. Everybody believes in this young man. Big opportunity, big stage.
There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
Looking to throw, it's Ellington. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they...
Oh, what a grab by the defense. Takes it the other way. Touchdown.
I mean, you talk about coming out of the defense and setting the tone and letting them know it's going to be a long game. Let's do this. How about a pick six on the first possession? Nice job by the defense coming out and striking first in this ball game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part.
And he's running in the open. At the 30. Inside the 10. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Caves. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
He'll try to tack on one more. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And who says you can't find big-time tight ends anymore? Both of these teams certainly have.
In modern college football, Reese, tight ends are becoming a bigger and bigger part of offenses, and what a treat today. We get 2 of the best in the nation.
Yeah, going head-to-head, catch for catch. I'd be interested to see which offense uses them differently and can find ways to maximize these guys' strengths, because they're
just plowing ahead. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure. It's a first down.
How many ways can I get to my guys who can fly, who are playmakers, and let them make big plays? This is another one you've seen. Catch the football, flip it ahead really quickly, get it to a burner, going full speed across the formation. He gets the edge, makes the big play.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. One of the offshoots of expansion, particularly in the Big Ten, was how viable could the ACC remain, and it just sort of ramps up the stakes when they meet on the field.
Yeah, I think all of this conference realignment, all the money talk, the loss of rivalries, but it's the haves and the have-nots. And let's be honest, the SEC and the Big Ten are the big two gorillas, right? Anytime you can make a statement and dent these two big powerhouse conferences, they'll do it.
I think the ACC, too, is going to play with a chip on his shoulder. Back in conference realignment, it was the best 4 programs from the Pac-12 that all chose the Big Ten and not the ACC, so this one will be interesting.
How many ways can I make you think, right? First drive, out the gates, get it to my playmaker, going full speed across the formation with a touch pass. You better be able to adjust to it. Then when you adjust to it, I'm going to have an adjustment to your adjustment because I'm always right. I'm an offensive guy.
Offense now. The give to the tailback. Brought down at the 7 after picking up 3. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Attempt to try. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. An 84-yard drive there. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They'll leave it with him. Dances away from 1.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Leaves it with the back. Runs through the tackle. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Now, the one thing you can say about this defense, they pursue the football. The first guy might miss, the second guy might miss, but there's going to be more and more hats flying to the ball carrier. You saw it on that play, getting the tackle for loss.
He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down.
I think moving forward on 3rd down, this offense is going to have to be a little bit more aggressive and try to throw it vertically. Start throwing the ball around the line of scrimmage against these guys. They've got way too much speed. You saw it right there.
And the returner will be knocked down. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Little touch pass to the receiver. A confident, tough, efficient run. Gets it up to the 44.
And listen, they didn't get the huge play off of that, but I love the ability to show that and be able to show plays off of that jet motion and just show them you're willing to complete it. But get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have to always be a home run. It's still a successful play.
Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. First down to start the drive after the break. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
They'll have to get it to the 37 on 3rd down. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Inside the 30. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. From the shotgun, the inside give. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out in the open field, and it's enough to get you a 1st down.
1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. First and goal for the offense. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They took it 64 yards right down the field. And they finished things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Getting late here in the 1st half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the 2nd half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
The Canes headed quickly to the line. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Back open in the middle. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Ellington. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. Looking to throw for it. Fires left. It's caught. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a 1st at the 32. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one.
The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. He's back to throw on 2nd down, using the quick game. And he's knocked down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo booster.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. And that one's too high, out of bounds, incomplete. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. 3:25. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A really raucous environment there in Orlando. Toughest job inside that stadium right now might just be the scoreboard operator after all those first downs and touchdowns. Big plays have defined this one, thanks to 2 of the best receiving corps in all of college football. Let's see if these defenses can adjust and make the necessary chess moves. And with that, let's send it back to the guys just down the road from our EA Sports studios at the Bounce House.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Canes will line up to kick off and start the second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And we'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the third. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stops, and it'll be first down.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. A 3rd and long coming up here. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Shows him the stiff arm. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quick pass on the jet motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Now facing a 3rd and long. Wide out in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. And here comes the punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And this punt will be down just inside the 30-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make them.
Just finds that little crevice, and he's still up. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. They'll go back to the ground. Makes his man miss. Still on his feet at the 45. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another playoff here in the third quarter. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. Feeling some heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking downfield, it's Ellington. Got his man in the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is four-down territory. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
Well, that inside linebacker is a freak of nature for multiple reasons, and it's hard for a lot of these smaller running backs to have to pick him up in pass pro, not just because of his speed, but he's also big and strong.
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. He nails it, a 58-yard field goal. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Oklahoma State is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Pistol Pete isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 11 over Troy. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Touch pass on the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. With jet sweep pass. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now on 2nd down. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
No doubt the offense at this point of the game with the lead late, they're going to try and run the football, and they're going to try and bleed the clock. They need all ball carriers to stay in bounds to keep this clock ticking, just like that guy did there.
1 more yard on this second down might just put an exclamation point on this one. Running back goes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. On his feet at the 40. Off he goes. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got him wobbling after that big play now to pay it off on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. Little touch pass to the receiver. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
A wide receiver picks up 3. Brings up 2nd down.
Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Quick pass on the fly motion. And it's in there for a touchdown.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
Yeah, and listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Going up top on 1st down. Got his man to the left. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. After that completion, move the chains. Now 1st down. Looking to throw, it's Ellington. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. After the incompletion, here comes 2nd and 10 from the 32. He's looking to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion now setting up 4th.
This one's complete. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. They'll throw it on 1st down. Pocket looking for the end zone. This is caught for the late touchdown, so let's not put this one to bed just yet.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And with the lead sitting at 9, they'll try to make it a one-possession game. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So an 82-yard drive there. Just over 50 seconds to go. They're trying to pull off a comeback, and they'll need to get this onside kick to do it. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it. Great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football.
The offense pops it up, and they were on the move. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. Got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Timeout is called. The clock stopped with 26 seconds left.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
Past the 30, and he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll snap it from the 25 here on 1st down. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Rams him with the stiff arm. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got him 1st and goal. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team incredibly mentally tough right now, David.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive weeks and you start to string together positive plays. Now you know you can do it. It's not, we talked about it in the offseason, oh, we want to do this. Now you're starting to execute it and put it together on the field.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.